Hey, what's going on YouTube? I just want to show you the tools that I use every day for work. I'm a maintenance tech, and so let's get started. So these are my drivers. They're all Klein tools. This is a number 2 Phillips. This is the Klein's demolition 1/4 inch slotted screwdriver. These are my nut drivers. This one's 1/4 inch. That one is 5/16. That one is 3/8. And it's got the magnetic tip. And if I run into something that's bigger than 3/8, I keep my my crescent wrench handy, pair of scissors. And this is brand new. Well, not brand new. It's fairly new. I've had it for a couple weeks. This is the 1501 Classic. I keep the number 2 square on there. And right in here, it's got a whole bunch of different bits. This is every kind of bit that you'll ever need, really. And I keep the number 2 on there because if you ever worked on like a breaker box or like a washer, they put like square screws in there, or if you ever seen those square slash Phillips combos, I've noticed that square bits will bite into those screws a whole lot better than Phillips drivers will. So I keep that on tap, ready to go. Alright, moving along. Let's start with my channel locks. So this is the Irwin Vice Grip channel locks. It's got the press button on there, right? Nifty difty. This is the Milwaukee 6-in-1 needle nose slash wire cutter slash everything. Use these for everything. Right? Moving along. All right. So these are my bits, my drill bits. So you got the 1/4 inch, 5/16, 3/8. That's a 1/4 inch slotted, and I use this for if I gotta sink a lot of drywall screws or wood screws. If I gotta sink a lot of them, keeps them from wobbling around. Makes work faster. And I keep this long Phillips screw, or a Phillips head bit, for doing like locks, deadbolts, knobs. It's good for knobs because if you're pressing up against the knob, it's not quite a bad angle and it's still smooth and stuff. And I got this in here. This is, it's got the 1/4 inch and the 5/16 on that one side. It's ratcheting, right? So this is good because if you're taking off the panel of an AC or something and you can't stick like a driver in there or your drill, you can just throw this on there and get it. I've even gone so far as to like, just for the speed of it, just with the tip of my fingers, loosen or tighten this with this, and then use this together, and then you can really crank down on it with that. So those two together are pretty useful. And then next pocket, got a pen for working on work or writing on work orders, a pencil for marking on drywall that you got to cut. This is the Klein tools hex set, because you never know when you're going to run into like a little Allen head or hex head, and if you don't got something to cover your butt, you're going to be in a world of hurt. This is my flashlight. This is a big Allen wrench that is for disposals, right? Because people will jam up their disposals all the time. And this is just a Klein's little, it's like 4-in-1, 4 or 5-in-1 electronic screwdriver. That is not going to focus. There we go. Little screwdriver. That's good for like installing thermostats. You got all those teeny tiny little screws. You know what I'm talking about. Non-contact voltage sensor. Right, with the flashlight. Thing's pretty good. utility knife. Alright. So I think that covered everything. Inside here is a whole bunch of, like, you know, sorry, just a sec. Self-tappers, tech screws, drywall anchors, wire nuts, just a bunch of stuff that I've held on to because having self-tappers are awesome. And I keep a little magnet at the bottom so that I can throw that in there and grab a handful of them and not tear up my fingers and stuff. So yeah, this is what I take for work every day. This is, if you haven't noticed, this is made by Husky. And it's the Husky utility sack. They call it a sack because like this top part comes up over your drivers. Do this with one hand. Sorry guys. With one hand, so you pull this up over, and then there's a couple of rope or strings you can cinch down on it. And I was up on a roof like a week ago, filling up an AC, and I tightened this down and threw it off the roof, and nothing came out. It was great. So yeah, one last thing, my drill. It's the Milwaukee Fuel Surge. It's the hydraulic impact driver. So you know, working inside of apartments, it's a 50% quieter. It's got higher sustained torque, so it's fast, and it's been a great drill. I've had it for a while now. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That covers everything. That's everything that I take with me to work every day. So go ahead and comment and talk about it in the comment section. You know, just have fun, guys. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.